This is gonna be a long video because in this one video, I'm gonna break down Jordan Welch's 600K per month funnel. And this isn't a surface level info. I'm gonna break down slide by slide his entire 90-minute webinar so you can just copy paste everything to write your 7-figure webinar, even if you are not a genius copywriter. I'm gonna break down exactly how he used simple 500 words email to murder the objections without even a sales call, and his number one insider secret that nobody on YouTube has ever shared, that he used to make millions of dollars selling a dead model of dropshipping as a new opportunity. Who is me? My name is Mark, and I help experts to scale to 100K per month with building micro authority flywheels on YouTube, all done for you without ads or outreach. If you want to book a one-on-one with me, just click the first link in the description and schedule a call. So starting off with the positioning, and to understand his positioning, we have to understand what kind of niche he is in and how he is dominating this niche for years. So his niche is make money online, and he's is like specifically teaching the model of drop shipping to people for years, and he is one of the go-to guy and top guy in the drop shipping space to basically learn drop shipping from, right? So he's recently making videos, this year, and he is making videos for last 4 years, and he is one of the top guys that you can learn drop shipping from. And if you know anything about drop shipping, and if you are in this business model for a while, you already know about this guy and you have seen some of his videos, right? And the problem is the drop shipping in 2026 is totally dead, right? Everyone has tried drop shipping at least once and failed, and the hype about drop shipping is dead. It's gone, right? And in short, drop shipping is no longer a great business model in 2026. And if he tries selling the old business model of drop shipping in 2026 in the era of AI, he's gonna get a lot of backlash, and that will not work for him, right? So people have tried drop shipping at least once. Like, I have tried it, I failed it, and there are a lot of other people out there, they have tried the a drop shipping model and it hasn't worked for them. So if you want to stand out, he has to do something different, right? Like, people want something new, and the reason he has to do something different is people want something new, right? People have already tried drop shipping and it has failed them, it hasn't made them money, so they don't trust that business model not longer, right? So they want something new, something fresh, that is latest according to 2026, and that can be used with the help of AI to make money, right? And the reason for the new is because new brings hope, right? So whenever you stumble upon something new, it evokes the new emotion inside of us. It just gave us some hope that, okay, this next thing can actually, might be the thing that can actually solve my problems. So like, I might as well just try it, right? So simply put, the drop shipping model in 2026 is dead, right? And he cannot sell them on the drop shipping in 2026 because it's dead. So what he has done is he has packaged the same model of drop shipping, and he has packaged with AI, and he has made a new mechanism which is basically AI e-com. Now this is the new mechanism that is same AI, but same drop shipping combined with AI. And this is something that people are looking as new, like AI e-com. It sounds new, it's not drop shipping, but it's drop shipping combined with AI, right? So this is how he has formed his new mechanism. And when everyone is selling the outdated business models, like, they cannot stand out, right? Like, everyone is selling the same old drop shipping, social media marketing agencies, like, same old business models. He stands out with AI ecom. That is his new mechanism, and that's how he is able to stand out in this vast ocean of businesses. Now we understood his positioning strategy. Let's just go to the Instagram, and he is basically using his main Instagram as a traffic generator, and he's got his AI ecom academy page, which has no, like, reels and all, and there are only 500 followers on that. So it's not the like main part of his like traffic, but the main part is his main profile, right? So talking about his highlights, he has two kind of highlights. The first one is results and the second one is lifestyle. And to understand these, like the reason behind putting results and lifestyle on his Instagram, it's very simple, right? Like he is selling the concept of AI e-com, right? So he's showing you the results that this thing works, AI e-com works, it makes money, people are making money, and whatever the method that he has got, it is working for other people, right? This is the first thing. The second thing is AI e-com is buying him this kind of lifestyle, right? So he's on vacations, he's making Luke Belmar, right? um and he's driving cars and he is helping his family and all. So people think that um he is helping other people to make money with AI e-com, and he is being able to live this kind of lifestyle with AI e-com. So AI e-com, since it's new, it might be the opportunity that I'm missing, and it might be the opportunity that can work for me, right? So this is how he has sorted his highlights in such a way in which it uh, sells them without even letting them know, right? And on his AI ecom Instagram, he has only put the results that he has got for from his AI ecom product. So again, he's basically sending that traffic to a basically a VSL funnel, which I'll break down in a second. Now, talking about his reels, he is posting two kind of reels on Instagram. The first one is daily lifestyle, which is basically the raw videos, just talking head raw videos that he's making. And the second one, it's more interesting one, which is challenge series. So basically, from broke to rich, right? And the first one, like like his Instagram strategy, is same as Brez and TJR. The goal is to generate a lot of eyeballs, like as much traffic as humanly possible, right? And the reason for that is he is in this space for few years, right? So he is making YouTube videos for like over 5 years, and he is on Instagram for these many years. So he has already built a reputation, like this, like the reason that this strategy works for him, like targeting as much like driving as much eyeballs on his traffic on his Instagram as possible. The reason this strategy works for him is because he already has built a reputation in the space, and because he is known in this space, right? He doesn't need to make hour long or multiple kind of educational content to basically build the trust in his audience, right? So as we all know that for somebody to buy, so for somebody to actually sell, they must they must know you, like you, and trust you, right? So if they know you, if they like you, and if they trust you, they are already sold and they will work with you, right? But for Jordan or Tyler or Brez, these top guys, um they have already fulfilled this rule, they have already exceeded this rule by 1,000 folds, and they are already exploiting these rules, and people already know them, like them, and trust them. So they don't need to like scream the educational stuff just to basically build trust, right? They've already built these things, so they just have to ask, they just have to make an ask, and then people follow them because people know them, like them, and trust them, right? And his goal with this strategy is to get as much eyeballs as humanly possible, so that he can basically send that traffic to his YouTube to make people enter his ecosystem, right? So he is sending all this traffic that you are seeing here to his YouTube, right? So you see he's getting a lot of eyeballs in his Instagram reels, and all this traffic is gonna be going through this this YouTube, and then the real nurturing and the converting process begins, right? But the second one, which is basically the challenge series, is very interesting thing which he's doing. So since he has already built this reputation, right, he has to have a proof that his stuff works, right? Like, alone repetition cannot save you. You also have to show them that, okay, if you are bringing something new to the table, it has to work, right? So when he was launching the AI ecom, his new offer, he had to make people believe that, okay, this system works, this process works, right? And what he has done is he started a series in which he took one of his like a student or a follower who was at $38, like who was totally broke, right? And he basically helped him to go from $38 to making his first 11K, right? Like 1.5K a day and 11K in 30 days. So he basically documented the entire journey on Instagram. And the reason for that is he is not like um basically building the proof on social media. He's also like rewiring them that AI ecom is the new opportunity that is working for this 17-year-old kid, and that can work for you too, right? So when people are watching, this 70-year-old kid who was once, 30 days ago he was broke as fuck, and now he is, making 11K. So people are curious to know like how he did it, like what business model worked for him, how they can do the same. And the best part is like, if a 17-year-old can do it, like I can do it, doing I can do it as well, right? So that's how people start thinking about it, right? So the main takeaway from this is, if you are launching your product, you can start a series if you already have a following, right? If you are getting a consistent viewership, then you can start this kind of series in which you can either like you can start your own challenge, like you can do it yourself, like I'm going from zero to this much, or you can take one of your follower, or you can like at least test this format because it has already worked for him, right? And what starts to happen is when people are like, are watching these reels, they are curious like what business model worked for him, so they start checking out on his profile, and they go to his YouTube, they go to his AI ecom, and they would click on this link and they would watch a VHL, and then they would convert, right? So that's how it works behind the scenes. And that's why he is doing a challenge series, right? So that's it for the Instagram. Let's just move on to the YouTube. So on YouTube, he's got 1.9K, almost 2 million subscribers. And the main kind of content formats he's doing on YouTube is vlogs, get rich content, and drop shipping or one on one life advice content, right? So the vlogs is to basically attract the new traffic to his profile. The get rich content is to basically nurture these people. And the drop shipping content is to convert these people, right? And the majority of the content that you see on his page, on his channel, is vlogs. The reason for that is, when people, like more people enter to his funnel with vlogs and convert through his backend systems, which I'll explain later, than simply making very niche videos, right? So if he like starts making like very niched videos, like regarding drop shipping or AI businesses, he won't be able to like and make new people enter his funnel, right? So what he does is he post uh top of funnel content, like which drives more views and eyeballs and subscribers to his channel, right? And he make new people enter his funnel, and then he nurtures them with his middle of funnel and bottom of funnel content, right? So for a second, assume that you are one of us, like you are just a stranger, and you watch one of these vlog, right? And you have, if you have watched one vlog, you have basically entered his funnel, right? So in his vlog, he is buying cars, he is gifting other people cars, he is doing some millionaire shit, right? So you start wondering what this guy is doing, what kind of business he is he running, and how I can do the same. And then you start watching his middle of funnel videos in which he is explaining exactly how to get rich, how to make money, and how he would get rich, the easiest ways to make money, how he went from this to this, right? So then you start watching from like you go from vlogs to his like get rich content in which he is like specifically me talking about money, right? And then you stumble upon the very niche content, which is drop shipping content. So at this point, you were watching just about business, right? And now you are watching his drop shipping content. Now he's telling you about how he made this much money with drop shipping. And then you start thinking that okay, he is living this kind of lifestyle, he is buying these kind of cars because of drop shipping. So drop shipping might be the answer to my problems, right? But the reality is, already everyone knows about drop shipping. So again, making a video about drop shipping won't help, right? So what he does is he would sell you, he would basically hook you with the drop shipping, so at least people can check it out, right? And then he would sell you on the concept of AI e-com. And that's where the game changes. Like, people assume that he's gonna basically teach the concept of drop shipping, and then he sells them on the concept of AI e-com. And that's how people think that okay, this is something different, I must check it out, it might work for me, right? So that's how he do it on YouTube. And sometimes he is making one-on-one life advice content in which he is just sitting in front of camera, just talking to his younger self and just giving some advice. And the main takeaway from this is basically he's generating a lot of eyeballs from his top of funnel content, from his vlogs, and he is nurturing those views with his get rich content, right? And then he further convert these people into paying clients with his very bottom of funnel content, which is specifically about drop shipping, right? And then we have his YouTube descriptions. So he's mainly sending traffic to three things. The first one is the VSL funnel, right, which I'll show you in a second. The second one is a YouTube video, which is here, which you can see, right? And this works as as a flywheel, right? So when somebody watch this video, they're gonna be sent to this video, right? And most of the traffic is gonna be sent to this video. So this one video alone works as a, you can say, sales mechanism. It basically sells them on the concept of drop shipping, so that they can actually buy into AI ecom, right? And it works as a, again, a sales mechanism, right? Then he is also sending traffic to his VSL funnel again, and he's sending traffic to his webinar opt-in, which is basically is a masterclass. And then again, VSL funnel. So he's not using one description for every single video. His some of his descriptions have no links, but majority of his description is like sending traffic to either a video or a VSL funnel or a webinar opt-in, right? And then we have his VSL funnel. So you see, the headline of this VSL funnel is specifically targeted for the people who already know about the AI ecom, right? And just looking to schedule a call, right? So the reason for that is this, on a awareness level, it's already like solution aware, right? They are already solution aware, and they are, you can say, most aware as well. Like, they know that he is kind of selling something. He's selling something that can actually work for me, so I must check it out, right? So the traffic that is going through this funnel is the traffic that already believes him, that already trust him, right? So the traffic is that's going to VSL funnel is from Instagram, right? From YouTube. So he has already sold you on the concept of drop shipping, on the concept of AI ecom, right? So now all he has to do is to basically make you believe how AI ecom can actually be a game changer for you. And for you to actually get started, you just have to book a 30-minute call with him and his team, so that you can actually change your life as well. So that's exactly what he does. And he says that book a 30-minute strategy call. And we all know that it's not going to be a strategy call, it's going to be basically a sales call. It's basically a packaged as a strategy call, so that people can book a call with him, and they can basically sell them on a very high ticket program, right? And what they do on a sales call is they would either, they would basically qualify you that if you can be a good customer for Jordan or not. And if you are a customer, they would basically sell you on his high ticket program. And if you are not qualified, they would just simply give you the roadmap that they have promised in in the headline, so that you can actually just do it yourself, right? So that's exactly what they do. And they are already also like handling the objection in the headline. So one of the objection for his customer can be like, I need experience to get started, right? So they are handling that objection with like, you don't need any other prior experience, right? And then they are also giving some kind of like social proof that it has already worked for other beginners, and it can actually work for them as well. And then the main VSL, it's basically a story selling VSL, right? So he's just explaining again the story of Daniel, who went from $38 to 11K in 30 days. And he explaining his himself his story as well, and how he went from broke to rich, and how you can do the same. So that's pretty much with the VSL. And underneath the VSL, we can see the Daniels testimonial and other students testimonial, just like obvious stuff like any other VSL, right? And then we have the booking page, which is like you can just fill up the data and you can just schedule a call. And then we have the webinar funnel, and you see this headline is kind of uh, evoking a lot of curiosity, right? Because he's not only like sending traffic from YouTube to this page, he is also running some ads on Facebook, and he's sending that traffic to this page as well. So the angle that they are using is that how he helped a complete beginner go from 0 to 2K per day in 30 days. And in the webinar he explains that as well, and he is mentioning the unique mechanism as well, that this is the concept that um, they are going to be sold on. So how they use like AI commerce to basically go from 0 to $2,000 per day in 30 days, and how this free training shows them how they can do the same, right? And they are basically capitalizing on this free training, in which like they're just telling you that okay, you just have to hop on this free training on this date, and just secure your spot. And since it's free, and since it's something new, something like actually believable, like they're not saying that 0 to 10K per month like kind of scam, right? In 30 days that people can just sense that. They are just telling you that 0 to 2K per month, which is believable in 30 days using this new thing, and in this free training. And since it's free, there is nothing risky. You don't have anything to like, you don't have to give them their cards, right? So you can just basically sign up for this master class. And then we have their some bullets that just written in such a way which can actually make you curious to basically sign up. And then we have his button, and you can just click here and just fill up the data and secure your spot, right? And he's also playing on scarcity, so like 3,000 person limit. So you can basically uh, fill up your data as quickly as possible. And he is also running a time, so that you can just to basically build that kind of urgency or FOMO, so that you have that fear of missing out this a free training. And you see here he is running again the scarcity, which is like insane. So he's telling you that already like 2,700 seats are booked out of 3,000. So only like 300 something seats are left. So you have to show some speed. So people sign up for this masterclass, and then the real selling begins, which is his email process. So he's using this entire sequence to basically handle the objections even before they hop on a sales call with his team. So the first email, as soon as you sign up for his opt-in page for the webinar, you get this one email which is basically congratulating you on taking the first step. So they just congrats you on the first step, and they just set some expectations what you can actually expect on this date. And then they would simply explain you the next steps. And then he would like sell you little bit on the concept of AI ecom, so like what exactly is coming. Like he just doesn't give away the AI ecom word, right? He is having that kind of like, you can say, secret. So he is showing that, okay, this thing is new, right? Like he's telling that almost nobody knows about the system, and it takes less than $100 to get started. So it's kind of new, and it's risk free, and it's working right now. So it's something new that's already proven to work. So they have to check it out, right? At least they have to check it out. And once they are on a webinar, they can basically sell them, right? Then the second email that you get is basically a story selling email. So he simply again explaining the story of Daniel, right? So how he went from broke to rich, and how he did it, being a total beginner. And the main, like, the belief that they are shifting here is like, if a 17-year-old can do it, I can do it as well, right? So if a 25-year-old dude is watching or reading this email, they can easily think that, okay, a 70-year-old kid who was once broke can do it, I can do that as well, right? So that's it with the second email. Then the third email is a very pretty solid email, which is objection handling email, and this is where they handles objections even before the even before the webinar, and even before the sales call. So they have the first objection, which is, I don't have any technical skills or business experience. Can I really do this? So this is the one of the objection that they can have. His ICB can have, and they handle that here, right? And then they give proof from somebody who had no proof, like Daniel, right? And then the second objection is, I'm already working 50 plus hours a week. Do I have time for this? And then he would again handle that objection, and then he would give for proof of somebody who once was in this spot and they did it, right? And then again, the next objection is, what if I lose money? I can't afford it all. So this is for the people who don't have money, and he would handle that objection, and then he would again give you the proof of somebody who didn't have money but they still did it. So this is all to basically prepare them for the webinar, that if they even have an objection like these ones, they cannot use those objections to basically not hop on the webinar, right? So they handle that pretty solidly. Then we have the fourth email, which is basically mechanism selling, which is basically AI ecom selling email. And you get this email before 48 hours of the webinar, right? And the main thing that you have to actually just need to know is, he just sells you the AI ecom, and he just simply explains that before AI, the dropshipping was hard, right? Like, you do all the work manually, and with AI, it's easy. Like, AI does all the work for you. And then he gives some proof, and this is all to basically prepare you for the webinar, so that you simply know that, okay, this is something with AI, and because it's AI, it's easy, right? AI can do the work for me, right? And then the fourth and the fifth email that you get is basically a reminder email. So you get this email before 24 hours, and it's simple what they will get, right? And when it's gonna happen, and they simply have to show up, right? This is simply a reminder email. And then it auto follow ups with a calendar email or calendar reminder. And then the fifth email that you get is a reminder before 10 hours. And again, this is basically his personal story, how he lost 250 dollars at his first attempt, and in his second attempt he lost $500. And then he, like, like, made $100, and then he went to like 40K. Like, he is again sharing his story, setting you on his story, so that you know that he is in your shoes, and he once was in your shoes, and how he went from your shoes to making this much money. So right? And again, he's selling before AI it was hard, and with AI it is easy. And then we have the sixth email, which is a reminder before 3 hours. And again, all of these rest of the emails are going to be reminders, because he has already handled the objections, right? He has already sold you on the concept, and he has already built a little bit trust with story selling, and he has pretty much done all the, like, heavy lifting, and all of the other left heavy lifting can be done on the webinar, right? So you would get an reminder before 3 hours, then before 1 hour, and then you will get an email before 50 minutes, and then we get an email when he goes live. And then once the webinar is finished, you would get a replay email in which he just simply gives you to, the recording of the webinar, right? So that's pretty much it with the email sequence that he used. Now this is the most important part of this video, because now I'm going to break down his entire 90-minute webinar slide by slide. And let's start off with his first slide, which is on his first slide, he instantly introduces you with a new opportunity, which is AI ecom, right? He makes a big promise, a 3 to 5K per month in sleep, and how they can launch their own store in less than 1 hour. And he also handles the objection, which is this: even if they have zero experience and a low starting budget, right? So on value equation, you see the dream outcome is 3 to 5K, right? The perceived likelihood of achievement. So Jordan here is making the claim, right? So Jordan, in their eye, is the authority, right? So when an authority is telling them um how an authority made 3 to 5K in sleep, and how he is basically transferring that belief to them, they believe that okay, if he is telling me, then I can achieve that. The perceived likelihood of achievement is high, right? And then the time delay is they can just launch it in 60 minutes, 1 hour, and it's like very small, right? And the effort and sacrifice is basically, he's not mentioning the effort and sacrifice, so it's not there. But the combined, three elements increase the value, and it's insane value in this, the first line of the webinar, right? So you see, if you are a stranger and if you read this, if you are on this webinar, you already have an instant curiosity to check out actually like what's going on here, how he like makes 3 to 5K profit in his sleep, and how you can just launch a store in 1 hour, even if you have no experience and a low starting budget, right? So like the effort and sacrifice is like this one, right? Zero experience and low starting budget, so they don't have to actually like invest money, and they can just start with zero experience as well, right? And then he instantly follow that up with big that big claim with proof. So whenever you make a big claim, you have to actually show them the proof as well, because simply making claims isn't enough. You have to show them that your stuff works, right? So at least at this point, they are thinking about checking it out. They're a little bit skeptical, but when he shows proof, then they would like make a decision that okay, this is worth checking out, and this actually works, right? This is making him money, right? And then he would basically handles your false beliefs. So these are some of the false beliefs that his ICP can have, which is basically, I need to be an expert, I need technical skills, I have tried everything and failed, I have a small budget and I have no time. So he simply say that even if you're a complete beginner, have no skill, failed at online opportunities, small budget, no free time, and anyone can do this, right? So like they have already tried so many things in the past, and they're like highly skeptical about any other new business model out there. So he instantly handles that, simply saying that doesn't matter if you are having all of these, all these things, it works even then, right? And why it works is because AI does everything for them, right? So since AI is in the trend, they want a business where they can actually leverage the AI, right? Where they can actually use AI to like basically do all of the heavy lifting for them, and they can basically earn the profits. And then he would simply tell them what they will get in this in this master class. So he simply tells them that the exact process I use to help a complete beginner with zero experience to achieve these results. So they know that if a beginner can do it, I can do it as well, right? And how to use AI to spare out an e-com store in 11 minutes, even if you can barely attach a file to an email. So it handles that objection of I'm not a tech savvy and I can do it, right? And how to train AI to instantly find you a profitable product and start making sales tomorrow with a new near $0 budget. So the $0 budget handles the objection of I can start with $0 as well, right? So you see, every single line is either installing a required amount of belief, either building a proof or either handling the objection, right? So that's exactly what you have to do. So let's just move on to the second one, which is the bribe. So at this point, they have made a decision to actually just sticking for few minutes, and to make them um, not click off his webinar, he has to give them a bribe. He has to give them some reason to stick till the end, right? So he just tells them to give them a some freebies if they stick till the end, right? So this is the first one, which is basically a normal AI prompt, right? This is simply a normal AI prompt that you can get anywhere, but the value is 10x when he says that it's from his 10K mentorship in a circle. So you instantly think that, okay, people are paying $10,000 for this thing, it might be valuable, right? So the perceived likelihood of achievement is instantly very, very high, right? Then we have the uncensored like case study. So the uncensored means like he is showing everything. So it just gives them that wow feeling that, okay, if he is showing every single thing, then I can just simply copy everything for myself as well. And then the third one is private Q&A, which is basically, this is for the people who like Jordan, who want to talk to him and want to ask anything to him. And then he is um, telling them why they have to give him the full attention. And he also like kind of gives them a little bit of the mindset stuff. So the point here is at this point, right, they are already a few minutes in, right? They might be doing something uh else as well. So they might be driving, they might be doing some homeworks and all, they might be like doing some dishes and all. So he, like, for him to sell you on the concept of AI, you have to have you have to give him the full attention, right? He, if you are like stuck in middle of multiple things, he cannot sell you. So he simply tells them that if they cannot uh, sit down and watch this thing, they are not serious, they are not giving their 100%, right? So the goal is to make them give us the full attention. So that's what he does in few other slides. And then he builds the credentials. So he introduces himself, he builds some of the proof that he is doing it for a while now, and then he shows a picture of his old home. And this shows you that, okay, he is just like me, like he's not some guru and living in some a penthouse in Miami. He is just like me, he was once just like me, and he is been through where I am today, so he might understand me, right? And then he also shows them, okay, if a guy who was once living in this kind of condition, right, this kind of house can do it, I can do it as well, right? So it just transfer that belief to them. And then he shows you some the proof of his students that have worked for him, and that have succeeded working with him, right? And then he again starts telling the story of Daniel, who went from $38 to $700 a day, then 2.5K per day. And this is where the first belief is broken, right? Which is, if a 17-year-old can do it, I may have a chance, right? So some of the people who are watching him might be older, might be younger, but if a 70-year-old who once was broke can do it, then they can think that, okay, I can do that as well, right? So basically a belief transfer he's doing, right? And then at this point, the skepticism is much lower, right? Because he has already shown you a lot of proof, a lot of testimonials, a lot of case studies and all. So um the bar, or the like the guard of the customer, or the viewer, is very low right now, right? And then he shows that I am going to share with you the exact secrets that worked for Daniel. So exact three secrets that worked for Daniel, and that took him from $38 to 700 a day, and then 2.5K a day. And I'm gonna share with you the exact three secrets, right? So it gives them some kind of hope. It gives them that hope that, okay, this might be something that can actually change my life, right? So they stick till the end for the three secrets. And then here are the three secrets that he shares. And these are gonna be like the main three things that he talks about in this webinar, right? And the goal is to basically sell them on the AI ecom. The goal isn't to basically, make them join a course or make them schedule a call. The goal is to simply sell them the AI ecom. Like they can literally say themselves that okay, AI ecom is the best opportunity in 2026. And once they are sold on the concept, selling like working with Jordan is the next logical action that will happen automatically, right? And he is pushing the new emotion. And in the secret one, this is the first belief that he installs, and the first belief that he need to install for them to basically sell them on the AI ecom is AI is taking over the world, right? So he starts with big stats about AI, and he tells them that okay, the people who are in the job are about to lose their job because AI is out there to get their job, and it builds that FOMO, right? And then he explains that how paycheck isn't enough, and in the era in which inflation is going up by each day, how they need to make more to basically fulfill their basic needs. And then he throws rock at other business models, so like trading crypto, and how hard their business models are and how easy the AI ecom is. So we do this as marketers in every single thing that we sell. So you simply need to throw rocks at enemies, right? So for example, if you are when Iman was selling the social media marketing agency, he was throwing rocks at other business models, right? Um he was deselling the other business models like copywriting, video editing, and drop shipping, and all other these things that are against the his business model, right? So that people can be sold on this one business model that he is bringing up. And then he's positioning the AI ecom as a risk-free model, right, which actually works. And whenever he's making a claim, he is showing the proof as well, right? So he is again showing the proof that this works. And at this point, the first belief is installed. At this point, they started believing that okay, AI is taking over the world, and at this point, they are sold on the fact that in 2026 they must use AI to actually build a business or they are done for, right? And then we start with the second belief, which is AI ecom is the best model in 2026, right? So at this point, they believe that okay, AI is taking over the world, and now he has to make them believe that AI ecom is the best opportunity in 2026, right? And then he basically give you proof that Shopify and ShopPay is a giant platform and it's better than anyone else out there, and they can use these two platforms to build this business of AI ecom. And again, he throws rock at other platforms like Etsy, Walmart, or eBay, and so that they can desold or they can be the beliefs about these platforms can be broken and shifted to Shopify and ShopPay, which is his platform to basically build business on, right? And then he simply tells them that this is the best time to basically sell products due to AI boom, right? So AI is at boom right now, and since he has already installed the belief of AI is taking over the world, he makes them believe that okay, this is the time to basically build a selling products online business. Then he again backed that up with proof, and then uh, he tells that how this is not drop shipping, right? So when somebody hears that okay, selling products online, right, it evokes that feeling that okay, this is same as drop shipping, it's nothing different, right? So he simply handles that objection as well, and he confronts that, and he just simply he tells them that okay, this is not traditional drop shipping, this is different, this is something that they have not seen, right? And then he throw rocks at the old dropshipping model, like how hard it was, how pathetic that was, and how the AI ecom can be like is the best model in 2026. And this is a model. This is the reason that people are moving away from dropshipping, right? So he is on their side, that okay, drop shipping isn't working, and this is why this is the drop shipping isn't working, and that's why the AI ecom is a new way where AI does most of the heavy lifting for you, and AI ecom is the best business model in 2026, right? And most people who are in drop shipping like are basically failed at drop shipping, right? So he basically confronts that objection as well and tells them that okay, AI does everything for you, and since AI does a lot of research, AI does a lot of back and forth on searches, they're safe, right? Like AI is literally giving them every single thing based on proven researches, so basically they are safe, right? So then he gives them a polling example, and then he simply tells them that okay, if you can copy paste a simple AI prompt, means it's very easy and anyone can do it, right? And then he again shows them some kind of proof, and at this point the second belief is installed, which is AI ecom is the best model in 2026. And then we move on to secret 2, which is the third. Here's a third belief, which needs to be installed for them to be sold on the AI ecom concept. So at this point they are like literally 50% sold on AI ecom. He has made them believe that AI is taking over the world, right? And AI is the best opportunity in 2026, right? And the third belief that they need to believe is copying is the quickest path. And he starts off with his personal story in which he tells them how he lost $250 in his first attempt, then $500, and then he made 500, and then he went from 138 to 40K, you know. So what this does is it builds the relatability. It basically build that one-on-one connection with the viewer, and it build the trust as well. So some of the people who are at this stage are all like also can feel that they have lost money, they haven't made money, and they are on the Jordan side. Jordan on is on their side, right? And then like this basically build a proof, and he is installing the belief that okay, how copying what worked for him, and how it can work for them as well, right? And then he explains how this like the step by step process, how like the copying works, and how they can actually do it themselves as well. And then he simply says them like these four steps are proven. So these four steps that he just shared with them about copying, they are proven, they have already like followed by like other thousands of beginners, and how they can just like follow that, and it actually works. And then he followed that up with proof as well, and at this point we have the third belief installed, which is copying is the quickest path to like actually succeed with this business model, right? And then he explains that okay, this is something that took him months to figure out, right? And even he is an expert, it took him these many months, right? So it's actually valuable. And then we move on to the third secret, that is basically at this point they are sold on AI ecom, right? They know that copying works and it is the best method that works. The next challenge is getting customers, and for that he need to install the fourth belief, which is AI image ad cost $0 and work, right? Then he starts with like deselling the paid ads method. So he tells that paid ads are expensive, time consuming, and technical, right? And how they can be just basically use the AI to form the image ads, and it costs $0 and they work, right? And then he explains the exact steps that they can follow. Then he gives them the proof, and then he again gives them the proof. And then the fourth belief is installed, which is AI image ad works, and it has already worked for Jordan, right? And then he summarized the everything he has discussed in 5 bullet points, because sometimes the info overload can make people click off. So it just basically summarized everything they have talked about in just 5 bullets, right? And then he starts selling here. Like so, this is this is here the the main selling begins, like the closing part in which he start talking about his product and price and all. And Now they have two options, right? Like he has literally shared everything that they need to actually succeed with AI ecom, right? And now they can either do it on their own, which is basically hard, confusing, and it's gonna basically take a long time, or they can actually go deeper with him, and like they can actually work with him, right? So he start selling himself in their business, right? So he start telling them, okay, what if I come in your business and start organizing things and start making decisions, what will happen, right? And then he introduced his mentorship, right? This is the dream outcome, which is 3 to 5k per month, which is believable, right? The perceived likelihood of achievement, like it has already generated 10 million plus in sales and worked for thousands of students. So if it has worked for thousands of students, it actually works, right? So the perceived likelihood of achievement is pretty high, right? And the time delay is 8 weeks, so it's pretty fast. And then the effort and sacrifice is next to nothing, because he is literally telling them that I'm gonna literally hold your hand, right? So it's pretty much the insane value, right? So 3 to 5k in 8 weeks, and it has already made 10 millions, and he is gonna literally hold their hand. So the value is insanely high. And if you just understand, like the clever part is, it's basically 10k per month, right? Like the same thing, right? But 10k per month is pretty much old, and if you make 10k per month claim in 2026, people are gonna basically claim you, think about you as another coach. So even if it is 10k per month, you have to tell them something different. So he's not telling them they will make 10k per month, like they will make 10k per month, but he's not telling them, he is telling them they will make 3 to 5k per month, right? So it's same 10k but different words. And then he is giving the overview of the program and all, and the proof, a lot of proof that this thing works. And then he qualifies them that who this is for. And then he pre-handles the objection, which is like, I don't have money to invest, right? This can be the objection that can prevent them to work with him, so he handles that objection here. And then he tells them what they will get once they start working. And then he builds a little bit of the urgency and FOMO, which is basically this will expire at the end of this live stream. So it just gives them that feeling that they need to act now, right? Or they will miss something very important. And then he combines the bonus with value. So he shares a bonus that they will get, and then he would basically shows them the total value in price that they are getting. And then he shares the another bonus, then combined with the price. The next bonus combined with price, and then the next bonus combined with price. So he's basically sharing, like telling them the bonuses and the value. And at the end he is telling them that, okay, these are the bonus that you will get, and this is the price that you will pay, right? So they're basically getting the value of 11k today, right, if they act today, because this will expire today, right? And then he basically increase the perceived likelihood of achievement, right? So he basically tells them that, okay, if you save 6 months of trial and error and build a profitable store in 30 days, would 11k be worth it? And it will be worth it, right? And then the he again increase the perceived likelihood of achievement by telling them that, okay, I have spent 50k on of my own perfecting this strategy that they are getting for 11k. So the perceived likelihood of achievement or perceived value is very high, right? And then he just tells them that they have two choices. Either they can, he had two choices, that he could make it very cheap, right? Or he could make it high, so that he can help few people and he can serve better clients. And that's why he went with the second option. And then he shares them that what kind of, like, at how much value that they are getting this thing. So it's not 11k, it's a good deal if it is at 5k, but today they are only getting it at 2k, right? So it's pretty much a no-brainer for anyone who is watching uh, him at this point and he has money, they will basically buy it, right? So he went from literally 11k, right, bro, the case 11k to 2K, right? So like insane, like literally like almost an X price drop, which is basically a no brainer for them, right? And the FOMO again builds, is that this 2K price is exclusively for the live viewers, right? So all the people who are watching him, and who all the people who are coming from this live webinar, they're gonna be given the price of 2K, right? And all the people who book a call with VSL, like without webinar, they are gonna be getting the price of 5K. So they wanna either pay 5K or 2K, and people obviously gonna be choosing the 2K, right? And then he again built some proof. And then again he built some proof, and again he built some proof, and again proof, so that they believe that okay, Jordan is the guy to actually learn from, right? And then he simply tells them that they have two choice: either they can actually waste this opportunity, or they can actually take action, and um you know um they can take a leap to live their dream life. And then comes the guarantee, which is basically they will work with you until you do, for free, and you have to actually make a profit on your investment. So this is the guarantee that basically works as a risk reversal, so they have nothing to lose, right? And then he explains the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is a profitable store will be built, and the worst case scenario is they will keep working with you until you actually get the results, right? And then he explains this price is exclusively for live people who are live there watching him, and it builds that scarcity and urgency, right? Like they have to take action now or they will miss it. And then he again like tells them that okay, it's gonna be only 2K today, and it's exclusively for live viewers. And then he handles the objection that if they don't have money, they can basically split the payment in 3 to 6 payments. That if you don't have money, don't let money stop you from taking action, just split the payment and you can start today, right? And then he tells them that you are just one decision or one product away from changing your life. And he is like he went from this to this using this same AI ecom, and how like they can do the same. And that's where it all ends, right? So this is pretty much it. It's a very very long webinar, and I hope it gave you some value. I haven't broke down the the generic stuff. I've tried breaking down the first principles, the beliefs, and the actually like the real converting mechanisms that works back in the mind of a viewer to basically when somebody buys something online. And I hope it has given you some value. And if you want to work with me, and if you want me to actually do this all for you for your business, just click the first link in the description and schedule a one-on-one call with me, and let's discuss about your business. And yeah, god bless.